Ooh, look who's first.
Video game time! Woohoo!
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, we now turn to the
Hi.
Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse
How we doing
Cardinale.
today? Good morning. Yeah, baby. I know it's about time, right? Oh, I finally get to show off this outfit I've been working on for like months. It's not 100% ready, but it's as close as it's gonna get. But welcome in everybody to the new information that we're going to be getting about Nod-Krai and Snezhnaya. I cannot wait. I am so excited for Snezhnaya. I cannot wait. That's some drip. Thank you. I really like. I even got like a vision on my hip and everything, and I got my polar star, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I did try to get the command to work. I don't know if it will, but if you do !hood, you'll be able to pull up my hood on my outfit for like 5 minutes. If it doesn't work, I'll flip on the channel points and we'll see if that works. I'm really trying to see if it will actually like do the do, but we'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Let me move some things around here real quick. Why is it not? There we go. That's what I want. I was like, why am I getting little black lines? All right. So today, what the game plan is, we're going to be watching the behind the scenes of Nod-Krai. And then afterwards, stream's going to end for a couple of minutes as I set things up, but we'll be doing some polls for Withering Waves. Also, as a precautionary measure, I do apologize if you hear some noise in the background. We do have construction going on outside, and there is nothing I can do to stop it, unfortunately. So we're just going to have to wing it. But with that said, let's go ahead and turn this down and head on over. Hello there, Slayer fan. How you doing? Good to see you. Head on over here. Behind the scenes of Genshin Impact, let's start with Nod-Krai. So here we go. By the way, sound alerts are going to be disabled because we're going to want to hear everything with this, and let me know if things are too loud or too quiet, and I'll adjust it accordingly.
在诺德卡莱的相关信息放出之后，
Oh yeah, I love the moons they got going on in the background here.
观察到各位旅行者有很多不同的解读和猜想，
Interpretations and
有一
speculations.
些比较天马行空了，有一些也跟我们的想法有点接近。
Some were close. That's gonna be interesting.
那这一次
Also,
也
I
是
need
为
to
了
like
满足大
back
家的
down a
好奇
little.
心啊，今天我们就站在创作者的角度，去跟大家聊一聊接下来诺德卡莱的版本内
There
容。
we go.
那同时呢，我其实也想借这个话题啊，和大家去分享一下，创作《原神》的理念和思路。
创作《原神》这样一个作品，有点像编织一张巨大的画布。起初我们从2个方向去开始编织，一个叫做诸国的冒险，
Venture
另一
through
个叫
nations
做
always
追
good
寻血
for
腥
adventures.
然后
On
就
Genshin
过了
right now,
好
trying
几
to grind
年
for
的时间
Barbados one last time.
这
You
个
got
画
this,
布
Slayer
呢也
fan.
就逐渐有了大致的框架了。这个时候我们回头去看的话，发现哎不对呀、这个
Something's
画
not
布它
right.
留的线
Canvas has
头
too many
太
loose
多了
threads. Wait,
然后
what?
这些线头里面其实包含了非常多的信息。提瓦特大
Also,
量
I
的人
love that
故事
jacket.
都
I'm
是
sorry, can we talk
通过
about that jacket
这些
real quick?
细碎的线索
Hello? Can I
串联在
get
一起
that?
但是我们的节奏呢，太快了，太匆忙，
Oh, they rushed a section.
很多有意思的点并没有完全充分的
So many things they
展
couldn't
示给
show
我
to
们
the
的旅行者。
travelers.
那同时，这其实也是一个很普遍的创作误区。创作者有的时候会忘记自己和玩家的信息量其实是不对等的。
Yeah, the
那一
whale!
旦
I
在不
love
知
the
不
whale.
觉间
Huge fan.
忽视了玩家的视角，忘记了玩家所看到的内容其实是不完整的话，有时候就会让玩家错过其实非常有价值
So
的
what
内
did we
容，甚
miss?
至会产生误解。所以在今年，我们想把这些线头串起来，用一种比较流畅自然的方式，把那些就好像闪光的星星重新摆到这个画布它原有的位置上面。这个就是下一年我们想要在诺德卡莱去做的事情。
Within this next
我们想
year?
把来自提
Okay,
瓦特
good.
各个角落的信息去整合起来。
I don't
那
wanna
最
wait
重
any
要的
longer.
前提啊，它得有一个理想的区域。那这个区域呢，它可以顺理成章的让提瓦特的各个势力聚集在一起，为了一个共同的目标去演绎一段故事。说的通俗一点，就是它得是一个先天要素集合圣体。
This where all
有些旅
elements
行者可能
naturally
看过 DC
converge.
漫画，那在 DC 宇宙里呢，这个地方就是哥谭市。那在 Falcon 公司的轨迹系列里面呢，这个地方就是克罗斯贝尔自治州。那在其他的游戏里也有很多这样的案例，比如说有夜之城啊、祖安啊、朝都啊、崔斯特姆啊、多兰古雷格呀，对吧？那这些旅行者们比较熟知的概念啊，
Okay.
它到了原神当中。那这次我们给它的名字就叫做罗德
So
卡莱。
Nod-Krai is supposed to be like the melting point of all the elements. Oh, so that is so
那在这样一种构
pretty.
想下，那罗德卡莱的势
Oh
力
my
自然就是比
God
较错综复杂的。与其继续像之
If
前
that's
几个版本
actually
一样，我
in
们用
game,
国家
I'm gonna
这个
lose my
地理
mind.
强相关的概念，那不如去依赖各个势力的这个共同目标来定义这一年的内容。所以，我们从过去众多的一些伏笔当中啊，我们提炼了月亮这个关键词作为这个版本最核心的
Moon
意
as a
象。
central theme for this one, for
为了让旅
Nod-Krai.
行者们也能更加强烈的感知到这一点，所以这一年我们打算把名字也改掉，我们打算采用一套新的版本名称，叫做
Changing the way
空月
new
之歌。
versions are
那
named to the
空月
song
之
of
歌
the
系列
Welcome
呢，会从
Moon.
5.8版本之后就跟大家正式见面，
Oh.
持续也是将近1年的时间。
And lasts around a year.
其实我
Oh,
们刚把
wow,
罗
okay.
德卡莱或者说月亮这个词这个关键词抛出来的时候，这个概念啊，我们会有一些担心。这些信息这个名词，它其实已经代表着我们的旅行者已经非常接近元神这个故
Yeah,
事
we are
的真
getting
相。
very close to the end.
但是如果光说诺德卡莱，光说月亮，其实是非常不直观的。那针对这个情况，我希望用到刚才我提到的画布叙事的一个特征，因为信息之间是有高度的关联性的，所以我们可以用熟悉的内容去带动陌生的内容，用关系紧密的内容去带动对于旅行者而言还比较疏远的内容。那基于这个思路的话，我
Okay.
们分别对月亮和诺德卡莱
That sounds like what's
开始了
expected for
创作和
introducing
拓
new
展。
stories and stuff.
在月亮的这个概念上面，
Concept
原
of the
神里
moon
面其实已经存在了很多看似无关，但是其实高度相关的情报。就比如说李月的书籍《竹林月夜》，对吧？还有那
I
个
need to
谈
reread
都
some
不
of
能
these
谈的禁书
texts.
日月前世，
Yeah,
还有
Enkanomiya has a
雪山
strong
鹤
connection to the
冠还有奥
moon.
西坎纳塔的壁画，甚至大家
I
非
miss
常熟悉的
Enkanomiya.
月卡女神，以及
I want a good
在
reason to go back.
空月之歌这个
Yeah,
网
that
页
web
活动
event
里
is
面，我们揭
crazy.
露
The
的
Song of the
预
Welcome
言
Moon web
还有
event.
5.6版本前瞻节目里面给大家展示过的新版本的 logo。
那刚才这些已释出的内容，它其实共同反映了一个事实，那就是提瓦特曾经存在过3个月亮，他们在提瓦特世界格局形成之初的时候就已经存在了。那这也是为什么我们说这个月亮它是具备最原始、最纯粹的力量的。那这股力量甚至比大家现在熟知的这个7元素力还要
Yes, the
更早。
moon is kind of like
那
its
同时呢，
own
也是因为
element in a
月
way.
亮的力量既纯粹又强大。那刚才我们讲到有各种势力，他们都会被这股力量牵引过来。那有的人是为了夺取它，那有的人可能是为了消灭它。那当然还会有各种
Some
各样
seek
其
to
他的理由
control,。some seek to destroy
那这
it.
些各自有不同目的的人，他们聚集在一起，那形成各种势力，那他们之间肯定会有一些冲突。那有的也可能会达成合作，不管是冲突还是合作，那将会构成旅行者在诺德卡莱冒险的一个很
It's
重
going
要
to
的
be
部分。
interesting to see how
那
that
这个作为故
plays
事
into
主舞台的这个
Nod-Krai.
诺德卡莱，那也会成为旅行者们在新版本最值得期待的内容。
Yes, it is. Oh, here we go.
我们在创作诺德卡莱的时候去思考过一个问题：当你到了一个陌生的城市旅行，
First, enter a foreign
你第一
city.
个想要见
Who's
到
the
的人
first
是谁
person
呢？
you would like to see?
大部分情况下是你的亲戚
Person
朋
is
友，
usually
对
a
吧？或者
relative or
是
a
非常熟悉的
friend
网友。
or someone you know from online.
这个道理在诺德卡莱也是一
Same
样
thing
的。
applies to
我们认为
Nod-Krai.
最能给旅行者带来安全感的，就是我们非常熟悉的七风骑士团的老朋友。
Wait, are we
哪怕是
meeting
只闻
Varka?
其名的
We're
大团长
meeting
凡尔加
Varka!
凡尔加
Oh
目
my
前正
gosh,
在
we're gonna be
诺德卡莱
meeting Varka and
对
Nod-Krai. Oh,
远
that's
征中的一
great.
些发现进行
Oh,
调
that's
查
great. We finally get to
在
see him.
即
Oh,
将
that's
到
gonna be
来的
exciting.
5.6版本，他也会有一次意外的出场。
Yeah, because we're going to be
那除了
hearing his
光是
voice in
听
this
到名字
upcoming
就让人
patch. So
很
now
安心
in
的角色
Nod-Krai, we'll actually be able to
当
see
然
him.
也有听到名字就让人很担心的角色存在。在纳塔的魔神任务的最后，马约卡跟我们提到过，预言中的某个据点就在诺德卡莱。
Certain for to a
他们
stronghold
的
in
研究
Nod-Krai.
跟古月遗骸有关的情报。
Researching
除此之外，
ancient
好像还有
rune
几位执行
fragments.
官也都或明或暗的参与到了
Yeah, there are
诺德卡
still
莱这场
some
巨大的
harbingers we
阴谋
haven't
当
met
中
in game
当
yet.
时马维卡他还提到了一些可以使用特殊力量的
Residents
诺德卡莱
Nod-Krai
的
can
居
use
民，
special
我们
powers.
叫他双月之子。
Frost
也
Moon
许
Cyclones.
就是
I'm
双月之子这个
interested in
名词，
them.
它大家可能不太了解
I'm
比较有距
very
离感。
interested in them, the
他们有一些
Cyclones.
特征其实
Hi,
很类
Cody.
似大家比较熟知的凯尔特神话。
Yeah,
凯尔特神
Celtic
话中有一个
mythology.
教派叫德鲁伊
Exactly.
教派
Oh, I
那这个教
love
派是
Celtic
崇尚自然
mythos.
的，他们把天体也就是
That's
星
why
星
I'm so
作为
hyped
自
for
己的神
this.
奇。那其实大家知道月亮也是天体的一个。那在不久前的版本活动里面，我们也提到过这些 双月之子的教众，他们
Frostmoon
是可以使
Psychons can
用魔
use
法的。
magic.
那另外呢，这种对月亮进行崇拜的
The
组
followers
织，
of
那
it.
也不是到了罗德卡莱
First
这个
time an
版本才第
organization
一
that
次
worships
提
the
及。
moon has been
那实际
mentioned.
上在原神之前的内容里，比如1.2版本的龙脊雪山还有2.2版本的鹤冠岛，那其
Yeah,
实都
we've
有
had
这样的
similar
组织存
stuff
在。
before
那在
from
最近
Dragon's
的纳卡
Spine
版本，
and
其实
Surumi
有一些
Island.
世界任务也提及了相关的信息。
And a
那
little
其
bit
实
in
也不
that
难
one.
猜
Yeah, I was
啊，
wondering
双月
about
之子是一
that.
个崇拜月亮的
Because
教
that
派。
talked a lot
那
about
在
the
这
moon
片
too.
土地上，他们的立场，就是尽其所能的去庇护月亮带来的一切。那这一点呢，就会跟前来抢夺这
Of
个
course, going to clash
月
with
之
the
力量的
Fatui
原
who
众之
want
间
the
一定
powers
会
of the
发生冲
moon.
突
So。you have the Psychons who want to protect the moon, and then the Fatui who want to harness the moon.
直登人以及狂猎。
That's going to be very
福尼
interesting
契
to
商
see.
会，顾名思义是一个从事商
Vonage
业活动
Guild
的组织，他们的
who works with
总部
commerce
设
in
置
Nasha
在一个叫
Town.
做纳夏镇的城镇里。纳夏镇
That
这个
place is
地
probably
方
going to look like
鱼龙混杂
Bellowbog. Like, based off
旅
of
行
the
者
rough
也
imagery
会在
here,
这里跟
that's
更
what
多的
my
人
prediction
打交
is.
道。
It's more
那其
Bellowbog
中有
like
一个
from
叫做
Honkai
密
Star
文
Rail.
馆的独立机构是最为特殊的，他们会接受委托，处
Except
理一些
commissions to
难
handle
以
problems
解
that are
决
difficult to
或
solve.
者只能
So we'll have more
隐秘解决
commissions
的问
out
题。
there. That'll be
OK
nice.
那直登人和
Light
狂
Keepers
猎
in the
呢，又是另
Wild
一个故
Hunt.
事。他们
Yeah.
也是
This is
彼
another
此存在
conflicting
冲突的势
groups.
力。罗德卡莱之所以在剧情里面
Nod-Krai
被
is
称作
considered
一
an
块
autonomous
自
area
治区域，有一部分原因啊，
because
就
it's
是
located on the edge
这
of
里是
Tibet.
处在提瓦特世界的边缘的。坎瑞亚的灾变发生之后，这里也是第一批
It's also the first area to be corroded by the
受
abyss.
到深渊侵蚀的区域。
Interesting. I
这
thought
里
it would have
存在的
been.
深渊势力其
I
实
thought
是
Nalan
非常
was the
强大
first.
的，以至于
That's
形成了
interesting.
一种名为狂猎的深渊灾害。
The abyssal calamity is still
狂
around
猎
there,
这
and
个
they
势
labeled
力
it
或者
as
说这
the
个名
Wild
词啊
Hunt.
来自于北
Yes,
欧的
Snoke
民
Fork
间神话，
Legend.
是
Nice.
它的意思是说一群幽灵或者
Army
说
of
超自然
ghosts
生
or
物组成的一
supernatural
个大军，
hunters
无止境的在野
pursuing
外
their
去
prey through the
追逐猎物。
wilds.
狂猎的成员
Yes.
可能是精灵、仙女，甚至是
Members
死
of the
者。
Wild Hunt could be
而在
fae,
原
spirit,
神
or
里
even
面，
the undead.
狂猎是一
Yeah.
群幽魂大
They
军。
kind of look a little bit like the
狂猎的
spirits
灾害的
from
开
the
始
Night
往往
Kingdom
是
in
以旅行者
Natlan,
们
and I
已
like
经见
that,
过的
but more of like a
深
monster
渊
look
龙，
to
也就
them.
是受尽猎犬作为
Yeah, like
先
Rift
锋。
Hounds, exactly.
随后这
Rift
个
Hounds as
这个幽
vanguards.
魂大军会无情的抹
That's
消
gonna be
掉
fun to
他们
fight against.
途
I'm
经所
excited
遇
for
到的
that.
一切存在。
正是因为罗德卡莱有狂猎肆虐所以他也驻扎着一个自古以来专门对抗狂猎的组织。那他们
And
被
so the
称作
opposite
直
side
登
of the
人。
Wild Hunt is the
那
Light
这个
Keepers,
词也不是我们
those that
第
fight
第
back
一次提
against
及
the
啊。
Wild Hunt.
在
And I
5.5
love
版
that
本，我们新
imagery
推
of it
出了
there
一套
too.
圣
They
遗物
got.
这个圣遗物的故事，讲述的就是这个组织的一
Yeah,
些
I
事
thought
迹。
I saw a little bit of that in
简单
the
理
Light
解的
Keepers
话，他们
Pledge.
就有点像是守卫在罗德卡
I
莱
love
附
that
近
they're
的
hiding
边
a
防
little bit
战
of the
士。
detail
是
in
一
the
支纪
artifact
律很
lore.
严明的
That's
兵
so
团。
cool.
那讲到这里，我们其实已
Military
经介绍
force
了
with
有
strict
双月之
discipline,
子
yeah.
有愚人众，有福尼契商会，
There's a
有
lot
直登
of
人
factions in
还有
Nod-Krai.
狂
It's
猎
going to be interesting to see
那
how they
再
all
加上
conflict
之
with each
前
other.
情报当中提
Or
及
work
过
with
的
each
还有
other.
其他的活跃在罗德卡莱这片土地上的
There's
势力。
other? There's
那
more?
我想就是旅行者应
Oh,
该可
that's
以意
gonna
识
be
到，就
good.
是
I'm
我
gonna
们
have like a
所
whole
说的这个
spreadsheet.
千头万绪的这个线头也好啊，包括刚才画布式的这个叙事也好，其实也不是我们随随便便打的比方。那要把这些不同来历不同个性的势力融合到《空月之歌》这个大版本的故事和世界当中其实是个非常非常庞大细致的工程。
Any real-world archetypes that can encompass the design of the region?
很遗憾，没有。绝对的讲
Really?
没有。
Not
会有
at
一些
all.
环波罗的海的自然风貌，但是人文
The
完
scenery
全是架空的。
resembling the Baltic Sea, but
不
otherwise
过
it's all work
讲
of
真啊
fiction.
这个对于我
So
们来说
nothing's
其
going
实
to
是一
be
个
really
挑战。
based on reality,
这个是不
like
用文明
geography
作为主
wise.
题，而
That's
是以人
interesting.
作为主题带来
They're
的
not
挑
going to be
战。
focusing on the civilization,
在
but the
这种情
people
况下，比
itself.
起传统的做法，观察文明
Interesting.
要如何映射在人身上。我
Instead
们
of
更
observing how
像是在
civilization
思考
affects
说，
people, they're going to be
如果
considering
舞台
people
上
as the
出
actors
现
on
的
the
是这些人，
stage.
由他们构成的文明会变
And
成
then
什
the
么样子？
civilization will
又
revolve
具备
around them.
哪些
Oh,
要素？换句话说，就
interesting.
是
Yeah, they were talking about some
从内
Celtic and
容为
Nordic
文明
inspirations, and I
服务
love that.
到
Oh my
为
god,
人
wait a
服务的
second.
转
We're
变。
going to hang on.
那
We're
这
going to
个
have to go
思
back.
路的变化对于我们的创作
Okay,
者来说
hold on.
是
I need to
尤为
go
重要
back. I need need to go back. I have been wanting to see more
会变成什么样子？
NPC designs from
又具备
Nod-Krai for the
哪些要素？
longest time ever.
换
Hold
句话
on.
说就是
Pause. Oh my god, I almost nailed it. I almost nailed it. I almost got my outfit right. Oh my god, that makes me so happy. Oh my gosh, look at that. The sash, the detailing on the edges of the sleeves. I mean, granted, this is not going to be like the finished product. It's still like a work in progress, like for both of us. But oh my god, that's amazing. That makes me so happy. I am grinning from ear to ear. That's amazing. Oh, I love the like little headscarf too. That's so freaking cute. Okay, hang on. What was that other one?
从内容为
I
文
want to see
明
this other
服务
one.
到为人服务的转变。
Little horn
那这个
details.
思路的变化
Yeah,
对
hold on. Pause here. Look at that. Look at that. It's definitely got like that ghost. This is probably more of like the Wild Hunt because they look like soldiers that were corrupted almost. And how it's like almost like a purple fire spreading across their body. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Once again, they have that classic like Scandinavian-esque style sash across the belt and the high boots with tucked in pants. Oh, that is so cool. I do like how the fire does look like hair and you even still have bangs coming across the front. Oh, that's gonna be
对于我们
cool
的
to
创
see
作来
that
说是尤
moving.
为重要的。最终我们想要达到的效果
Oh,
跟
that's gonna be
几
real
年前
cool to see
美
that
术表
moving.
达的终极目标其实是一致的。
Oh, I
我
am
们希
so
望
happy
无
my
论是
design is
谁
so
去到
close to like
诺克莱
NPCs
都
from
能找
Nod-Krai.
到
That makes
属
me
于
so
自己
happy.
这段旅程的自由乐趣。
你硬要问这些表达当中有没有现实原型，那当然是有的了。那对吧？那大家都知道，艺术创作它从来不可能完
Artistic
全脱
expression
离
can
现
never
实。
never completely
那就比
be
如说大家看
divorced
到
from
北
real
欧
life.
那北欧一定会有一个特殊的地貌，就是峡湾。
Yes, the
对吧？那有的旅
forts.
行者可能在现实
I'm
当中，
excited to see some
在挪威、
glaciers.
在冰岛这些国家，我们亲自见过这种壮观的
Norway
景
or
色。
Iceland.
还
Yeah,
有
there
一
we
些旅行
go.
者，他可能是在一些经典的游戏作品里面他见过，比如说像早期的一些作品啊，比如说《魔兽世界》它曾经有过一个地
Howling
区叫豪风
Forge in
峡
the
湾
World of Warcraft.
巫师三，对吧？这个可能
Or
大
the
家耳
Isles
熟能
of
详了。它有一个
Skute
地区叫史
In the
凯里
Witcher
群
3
岛，
Wild Hunt.
对吧？那在原神当中，有一点不一样的是啊，原神它是一个
Difference is Genshin
基
Impact.
于
The game
卡通
relies
渲
on
染
cell
和
shading
手
and
绘风
hand
格的
drawn
作品。
style, which I
那在这样一个
love.
表达底下，这种地貌
Oh, hold,
应该怎么
pause. Go back, go back, go back. That was plants. That was new plants. Go back,
手
go
绘
back,
风格的
go
作
back
品。
those plants.
那在这样一个表达底
Pause. Oh, wait, no, that's actually not new. Never mind. That's not new. I think I've seen those before. Realism in art is overrated. I'm trying to
下，这种地貌
see.
应该怎么呈现啊？那这件事情也是我们曾经没有做
Because
过的事
that
情，虽然他没做过。
that area looked a lot like minor spoiler if you haven't finished Sumeru and done the Aranara quests. But at the end of the Aranara quest, you go to this area that's just pretty much a giant circle of ruins. And it looks very similar to that with like the trees and like the slightly faded grass. It's kind of got like the same sort of vibe to it.
啊，虽然它很难，对吧？但是它非常有价值。
Ooh, hold the phone. Hold on. What is that? Ooh, that's going to be fun to zip around. That's going to be great.
再比如刚才提到的双月之子和愚人众的冲突，这个概念在
Yeah,
美
kinda
术
does look
层
like a
面的
nail,
表达
exactly.
其实是自然和人工的
Arnara
碰撞和
flashbacks
冲
kicking
突，
in.
具有原始
Yeah, once
气
again,
息
it's sort of
浑
like
然
a
天成的
fight
景色
between
如
man
何与
versus
富有
nature,
雕琢
which seems going
感
to be
和科技感
really,
的
really strong
内
in
容
this
去
one,
共
especially
存。
since what
这样的理念并非没有先例地进行
Nasha Town is going to be like more
之后
autonomous.
期我们也是这些优秀作品的粉丝，也熟知他们的表达手法。但提瓦特有自己的表
That
达，
has its own forms of
原神的设计
expression.
必须要建立在原
Oh, hi,
神
Kira.
自己的设定要素上。比如说，说到神力，
Divine
说到
power or
特
the
的标
symbols
志
of divine.
那
Yeah,
就
the
不
such
得
is
不
a
提到
seven.
遍布各国的七天神像
Yeah.
对吧？在诺卡莱也有当地居民根
Nod-Krai
据
statues
对
built
于
by the
月
locals
神的
based off
信
of, hang on, based on their faith of the moon goddess? Whoa! Hold on, that is huge lore-wise. Also, these designs are freaking fantastic. So they don't believe necessarily in their archon, unlike the other nations. They believe more in the moon than like the Saritsa from the sounds of it.
各
Hang on, let
国
me go
的
back and see
七
that
天神
first
像
one
对吧？
because it glossed
在诺
over
卡
it.
莱也有当
Yeah, because there's like the base of like your classic statue of the seven. But then they like built around it to make a more metal base. Like I mentioned prior, the Horizon Zero Dawn, I can definitely see the inspiration here in like the mechanical works of it. It definitely like brings me back to that. That's
当
going to
地
be
居民根据
neat.
对于月神的信仰建立的这个神像。那么双方在罗德卡莱在提瓦特原始力量上的争夺， 是否可以具象化为对神像的干预呢？
Ooh, the ice swirl. I
我们
love
其实
it.
可以尝试通过神像的外观
Yeah,
变
and it's
化
gonna
来
change
体
the
现
statue's
两股
appearance.
势力相
So
互
we got some. So you're going to have some statues of 7 that are going to represent like nature and the archons in a way and be more ice. But then there's going to be a section that's going to be more like towards the moon and more autonomous almost, more robot-like as they build around that statue of the 7. That's going to be so interesting. That's going to be really curious. Also, hi, Ghost. Came here to see a new outfit. Looks amazing. Thank you. I also have I want to see if this works. Because this outfit is not 100% done. There's some things that are clipping and I need to fix it. However, I am too excited for Snezhnaya to not use it today. So I'm pulling it out. But I can do this, hopefully. Wait. Okay, still trying to fix that. Okay, hang on. I can do it. I can do it. Does this work? Wait. Wait. Yeah! I can put a hood on. I can put a hood on. And this one took way too long to make, but I need to like fix it a little bit. Still a little janky, need to add more details to it. But I'm so excited for Snezhnaya. I cannot wait. I'm also extremely happy that my outfit that I designed, oh, how pots. Almost so tiny. Hang on. The outfit I designed actually looks quite similar to some NPC design that they had back here. Where was that at? Here. What are we at? 1433. Hang on, we're backtracking a little bit because I'm going to be all over the place today. Look at that! Look at that! It looks like really similar to mine and it just kind of makes me really happy. So I was like, yes, that's good. What was 1433? Somewhere like there. Yeah. Yeah, the hand was out of reach. I had to shrink myself because I forgot the sound alert disable box is so big and tall. Want to see the new look and say hello? Thank you, Ghost. Good to see you. All right, let's keep going. I'm so curious to see what else is going to be happening.
相互对抗的地方生态。
刚才我们也提到一个问题，就是创作者和玩
Information
家
gap
之
between
间
the
是
creators
会
and
存在一些
players.
信息差的。那消解创作者和玩家之间的信息差，就是我们经常面临的一个挑战。
Been working on it for like 3
比如我举
months.
个例子，就是提瓦特的科技水平问题。很多旅行者他其实基于早年接触原神的印象，他认为，提瓦特是一个比较
Yes,
落后
Tibet
的，
feels
大概
relatively
15世纪
medieval.
左右
At least that's what we were
奇幻世界。
expected to believe when
那
we
其实
first
我们
started.
随着
That's
这
right.
5年多
And
的
over the
内容
past
更
5
新，
years of
我们有
updates,
陆陆续续的给玩家展
they've been
示
showing
提瓦特这
players
个
the
世界
different
不同
side
的
of
侧面。
Tibet.
比如在纳塔这个版本，
Such
我
as
们有很多
Nutland.
远超
Ancient
人类
dragon
文明
technology
的
far
古龙科
surpasses
技。
any human
那比如
civilization.
前几
Yeah,
年
because we're
每
getting
个
more
国家
robotic as we
它都
go.
会有一些组织，比如教令院，比如愚人众，比如枫丹科学院。
Yeah.
那他们也是一直在尝试挑战尖端的科技。
I do kind of like how they're slowly amping that up to get us prepared for Nod-Krai and its
是自然会出
automatons.
现比其他地方高得多的科技造诣。
Yeah, it's going to be much more advanced than all the other nations.
虽然我们是认为这些内容的铺垫时间已经足够长了吧，涵盖的内容面也比较丰富，但是具体的在某个特定的位置呈现它们的时候，不可避免的还是会让一些旅行者觉得比较突兀。那持
Find
续
it
的
jarring?
如何解决这个信息差的问题，如何去消解它，其实对我们来说也算是一个难题。
Is there anything you would like to share about the future?
原神的未来呀，我觉得未来这个词，未来这个词有
Future
点
is a
大。
very broad
其实
term.
我以前经常提一个词叫做进化。进化这个词说起来很容易啊，它不是一
It's easy
件
to talk about
很容易的
evolution.
事。就是你一个人、一个
Whether it be a
组织、一
person,
个
a
产
product,
品，
or
你想进化，
organization,
你需要不断的去
You
对
need
自
to
己
keep
发
asking
问，
yourself
你要
questions.
逼着自己去做出一些改变。比如去年我记得2024年的时候，大伟哥有说过一句话，叫
As
做
Dua once
原
said
神除了对
that
旅行者的
the
陪
only
伴以
constant
外，一
change
切
is
皆
our
可改
companionship
变。
with the
那
traveler.
可能当时
That's
大家
true.
会觉得这是一句客套话，但其实对我们来说，就是你要去做出一些改变，不是一个随口说说的这种口号。我举个例子啊，可能没跟大家聊过这个事情，就是去年年底的时候，我们跟着公司的代表团，去日本东京参加了索尼的一个30周年的
I'm
庆祝
sorry,
晚会。
PlayStation's been around for 30
但
years,
是那
huh?
一晚呢，我们其
What?
实是跟
I
很
didn't know
多
that.
业界的前辈交流过， 那比如说
You at first
From
be like, we thought it was
Software
obvious this game was
公司的
sci-fi
社长
fantasy who put
宫崎英高先生
robots in medieval
还
Germany.
有
I guess we
史
need
克
to
尔艾尼
spell
克
it
斯
out to
金
you.
庸晚期重制版3部曲的
We
制作人
almost
滨
talk
口直
about
树先生
that one.
还
Yeah,
有当
pretty
年在
much.
最困
Yeah,
难
that's
的时
pretty
候
much
支持
what
过
I
我们
heard
的吉田
too.
修平先生等等等等，我们见过很多很多的前辈。那我们跟他们也聊到了一些关于游戏的创作出发点，也聊到了包括还有开放世界的设
Design
计要
elements,
素，
including open
也聊到了这些
worlds.
作品我们怎么去
Better
和
rapport
下一
for
世
the
代的
next
玩家
generation of
产生共
players.
情。我们聊了很多很多这样的话题。那我当时就在想，我说《原神》到今天已经走过了5年多，那这些作品在过去的30年里，他们陪伴了我们30年。那《原神》也好，这些作品也好，其实我们都在被现在这个时代挑战，我们都必须去思考我们怎么去改变自己。那和这些前辈讨论这些话题啊，我当然是很兴奋的了，就也很荣幸嘛。但是回来的路上我就一直在问我自己，就是我们是不是真的做到了皆可改变呢？是不是真的什么都可以做到呢？
I mean,
那
you're
我觉
going to
得很
constantly
显
be
然
asking
我
that.
们可
Have
以
I
去做的
done
事情还有
everything that I
非常非
can
常
do?
非
Have
常
I pushed everything to
有
the
什么
limit
内
that
容
I
是
can? That's
只有
always going to
原
be a
神可以做
question.
的？有什么新的尝试是只有原神的团队才有可能想到的？我们一直在探索这样的可能性，但是往往阻碍我们探索的都是一些陈旧、具有惯性的思维镣铐。那比如说，大世界不能放角色，为什么？
Can't put characters into open world.
前
Why
几年
not?
用户
Yeah.
的设备性能不够，那现在够不够呢？够的话就放呗。所以说这个就是有一缕纹，
Yeah, the
就是我
Traveler's
们
Tales.
前段
I
时间可以
loved
在大世
that.
界
I
偶遇角
loved
色的这
that.
个活动。
To be able to walk around and see these
任务
other
的设
characters
计
out in the open
一定
world,
要
that was
固化在
great.
传统的模式里吗？当然不
Quest
是，
designed
对
to
吧？
fix in a
只要
traditional
故事
method.
讲
Yeah,
得好
no.
只要角色塑造得当，只要玩家
Hi,
看得
Sai.
爽
Never enough, not
后
enough
日
time.
谈活动剧
True.
情、世界任务，有什么样的形式是不能做的呢？所以，
Are they
在
gonna
空
change
月之波的版本
quests?
前期，我
Are they
们
gonna
先
change how the
尝试
quests
用
look?
超规格的主线，承担了角色们的主要塑造
Overscaled
工作。
main storyline to shoulder the
而
bulk
原本
of
的那
it.
种祖宗之
Traditional
法
story
不可
quest and
变的传说
hangouts.
任务、邀约任务的内容，我们尝试用更加润物细无声的做法，
And now they're
自
going
然
for a
地
more
融入
subtle
到这个
approach
世
to
界的
weave them
探
into
索和
world
交互里
exploration and
用内
interactions
容去替代台词，用
replace
反
lines of
馈去
dialogue
替代叙事，
and pure
把体验
narration
做
with
活、做
feedback
宽，
and to
做
make
到
it more
更加生
realistic
动。
and
你
vivid.
比如说直登人跟
Oh,
狂
here we
猎
go. Like Keepers
他
in
们
the
是对
Hunt.
手，
Yeah.
那对手之间
Clashing
会不会有一些特殊的互动？比如刚才讲纳夏镇的灭文馆，那灭文馆说对情报收集的工作很有一套，那
Chronomium
这个
is
情
good
报收
gathering
集工作有没
intel.
有办法从可玩的内容里去呈现他们对情报的这种掌控力？那还比如说双月之子，它跟月亮之间有很深的关系，那这种联系能不能跳出阅读物这样一个限制，变成一个体验，一个实实在在存在的东西？那我觉得就是原神这个
Welcome back.
团队
Got some
到今天为
popcorn.
止，
Oh,
我
nice.
认为是有能力把我们刚才说的
I'm
这
really
些
curious
构
to
想，
see how they're
一
going
个
to
符合我
do
们预
the
期的品
quests
质，
from
把它
here
实落地。
out. Because I
那我觉得原
do
神这个
like
团
that
队
we
最大
have
的
like
优
the
势
main story to help
从来就
condense
是
it down.
能够
But I
调
hope
用
there's
这
not
一
too
切的
much
资
story.
源
It's going to be just in
来
pure
呈现我
world
们内容
exploration.
我们的小伙
So
伴
that
们
might be a little
当然
tricky.
还有一起陪伴我们这么多年来一直信任我们，愿意跟我们一起进步，愿意跟我们一起成长的每一位玩家。
就和诺德卡莱的设计思路是一样的，人才是永恒的主题，人才是
Yeah, so this is going to
前
be
进
one
的
of the few
原动
times
力
where they're going to be focusing more on
只
the
要我们
people
团
rather
队的
than
小
the
伙伴
area
还在
around
坚
the
持做
people
好的东西，做难的
for
东西，
Nod-Krai, which is
做
interesting.
别人没有做过的东西，那这个优势就不会轻易的
Hang on
丧失掉。这就是原神
I can't read that at a glance. I can't read that at a glance. Medley says, I hope Nod-Krai, the playable characters are introduced more slowly, and each update focuses on just the new character, letting us get to know them more thoroughly. I hate how Natlan gave us so much time with the characters and barely with others, not letting people really get to know them outside their tribal quest. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, the tribal quests, they kind of felt like if you want to know more about the characters, then you have to do that. You don't really know too much about them outside of like the main quest or world quest, which kind of sucks. So I do agree. I do hope that they take their time to introduce not only all these new characters, but these new factions, because we're going to be getting a lot of factions, it seems. Because the ones that they introduced, the what was it? Frost Moon Psychons. We know the Fatui. The Light Keepers, the Wild Hunt. There's one more faction, isn't there? I feel like there's one more faction. But we know those based off of the little bits of information that they're feeding us. But there's apparently supposed to be more factions. Oh, wait, no. It's the guild. God, it's the one in Nosha Town. Anyways, we're going to be learning more about those groups too. So I hope that they're going to be able to like introduce us to the groups, give them time to like show their conflicts, but then also go in and introduce us to the individual people too. That's what I'm hoping for. Looking at Jalonen. Yeah, I feel bad about Jalonen because like I wasn't really sold on her character, and then I did her story quest like like several months later, like just recently did I finish it, and now I have a completely different like view on Jalonen. So I really hope they don't do that again. I hope they go back to the character story chapters instead and allow us to know more about the characters through the main story. An interlude rather than a story region. Yeah, it's interesting though that if this is going to be more like an interlude, they're putting a lot of detail and a lot of lore into just an interlude, which makes me concerned on how big the Snezhnaya section is going to be, the actual Snezhnaya, because Nod-Krai is just a small area outside of Snezhnaya. I know it's like associated with, I don't know if it's actually in the border, but to be so close and yet be considered a interlude section is mind-boggling. Millie says, I think it is going to be very important story-wise for those who haven't read the books and don't listen to the recappers and lore theorists, which is like 90% of the player base. That's true. That's really true. Because the thing is, with what they mentioned prior, with the moon and all that, if you don't read the books in the game, or if you took note of like the little bits of world quest in Natlan or Enkanomiya, where they mentioned like the moon and things like that, or Surumi Island, you're not going to get a lot of the big part of Nod-Krai. And I hope they bring that to light and explain that a little bit better, because even they themselves have noticed, oh shoot, a lot of these people don't read. We need to fix that. And I'm glad they realized that, because good lord, do they need to fix it. They're going to be a character in Genshin Impact. I would love to be a character in Genshin Impact. Oh my gosh. I have the outfit and everything. I'm ready to go. Just put me in, coach. Put me in. Put me in with my polar star. I'm ready to go.
以及整个米哈游所坚持的 something new, something exciting, something out of imagination， 我们有信心，也必然可以在未来持续给玩家
New surprises in the future. I'm excited. Reading and buy gacha game? I love that logo, by the way. I love it because it shows like the 3 moons and everything. Oh, hey! Oh my god, that's 200 primos? Hold the freaking phone. 200 primos? I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that because after Escoffier and Aoife, the only other character I want right now is gonna be Cirque whenever she comes out. But then after that, I am saving for Snezhnaya, and I'm getting every single Snezhnayan character. I'm gonna need every single primo they can give me. Holy cow, that's gonna be nice. Making more opportunities for them to have this as a buffer with not as large story compared to other regions. Maybe? I don't know. I'm just a little concerned that we're going to be getting a ton of lore for something that's supposed to be filler. But either way, I'm excited. I am so excited. Give me that Norse mythology. Give me that snow and out like icy mountaintops. Oh, give me those frozen lakes. I'm ready. I'm so ready. I think out of all the factions, besides the Fatui, obviously, I'm probably going to be really interested in the Frost Moon Psychons. I'm curious to see like how their power connected to the moon relates to the elements. If it's the same, if it's similar, or if it's completely different. Me with my 125 wishes and still not leveled the statue past 5. Yeah. I still don't have, I'm gonna pause it right there. I still don't even have my statue maxed at 5 and not one yet. Yeah. I also don't know how long this will last. That's true. That's very true. Also, quick question. When they say Nod-Krai 0910, are they saying this thing is coming out in September? Are they saying Nod-Krai is coming out in September or sooner, or did they just pick random numbers? Because I'm very curious. I think they did mention something about next year. Also, hi, Sam. But I'm not sure if they mentioned if it was Nod-Krai or if it was something else. It was they talked a lot. There was a lot that they talked about, and so many little baby details. What are aspects from Celtic mythology they're going to take inspiration from? I know a lot of it. They said they're taking inspiration from the Fae, sprites, and oh, what was the other one? I don't remember. There was like one other thing that they were pulling from. But a lot of like the moon lore from Celtic mythology, they're going to be pulling out from there too. September not confirmed, but in the next calendar year. Okay. So I still have more time to wait before Snezhnaya or Nod-Krai. Man, I literally cannot wait. The moment this thing comes out, we're doing 12-hour streams. I am so excited. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, the Wild Hunt. Yeah, the Wild Hunt. Isn't that like oh my god, I can see them in my head. They're like not frost giants. They're like frozen dead coming back to life. Not exactly zombies. Why can I not remember what they're called? It's going to drive me insane. They're in this like Darger. They start like that kind of thing. I think that's what they're going to be pulling from for some of the monsters from the Wild Hunt. I think that might be what they're doing. You know, the last patch for 5.x is going to be 5.8, so that'll be the summer update. Waiting to see if Circle will be 5.7 or Delisle will be 5.7 and then Circle will be 5.8. Yeah, Drager! That's it! That's the one! That's the one! They're definitely going to be pulling those. I will be shocked if we don't have like Draggers as like enemies in Genshin Impact or like some sort of weird form, because look at this! Hang on, let me go back. Where was that character design at? I mean, first and foremost. No. There. Like with this really rough thing, like this, if this doesn't scream like ancient dead thing, I don't know what does. And like the, where'd that other character design go? Actually, can I pull up? Yeah, here we go. It was like a really short section where they showed off some NPC and enemy work. I'm assuming enemy with the second one. Yeah, here we go. That. Give me this.
会变成什么样子？又具备到位人服务的转变。
Because here's the NPC.
那这个思路的变化
I still cannot get over from like how close my outfit is to their NPC design. But like, look at this. Like the gray color palette mixed with the bright color scheme of like something invading over a body. Like this feels Draugr like. Spirit ignored dead, sworn to protect its tomb. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Like that's, oh. Oh, give me a bunch of these things to fight. Let me fight them. It's gonna be fun. Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm so excited. I am like bouncing in my seat. I cannot wait. Is it next year yet? Is it next year? Can we just like immediately skip to like Sark's banner and then immediately skip into Nod-Krai? It'd be great. That'd be great. Oh gosh. All right. That we learned quite a bit about Nod-Krai in this live stream, and we got some primos from it too, which I am very grateful for. But like, I can't wait. I'm just going to be saying that the entire time. May or may not have bought Zani's weapon. Did you wail, Sam? We're going to the moon or stopping someone from going to the moon. Anyways, expect a rocket. Yes, exactly. Because they were talking about, there was research facility about fragments of the ancient moon. So I would not be surprised if someone is trying to go up to the moon or bring the moon to us. And I'm not going to be surprised if that's the Fatui. Because like they said, there is the Frost Moon Psychons who are trying to protect the moon and the moon's power. And then there's the Fatui that's trying to harness the moon's power. So it's going to be interesting to see them like clash against each other, all while the Wild Hunt is happening and the Lightkeepers are trying to protect people from the Abyss. So it's like technically 4 different factions fighting against each other, all for control of different things. It's going to be so interesting. Probably didn't wheel for a character waited 5 months for. Well, awesome. Thank you for the HUD. Keep me nice and comfy cozy. I think Nod-Krai will be this year before Snezhnaya. Otherwise, why would they be talking about it right now? Yeah, the question is, I don't know if it's going to be before, if it is going to be September, if it's going to be January. I feel like timeline events, because we have like, I think like Medley said, we have like 2 more patches, and then technically 5.x is supposed to be over. So it would make sense for us to have summer filler patch and then Nod-Krai. Because I feel like Nod-Krai is not going to be 1 patch. I feel like if anything, this might be 4 or 5 patches? Or maybe 3? It might be 3. This feels like a 3 kind of thing. 1 to introduce us to 2 factions, another patch to introduce us to the other 2 factions, and then the last one to introduce us to everything else and tie everything all together, and then shove us into Snezhnaya. Oh my gosh. Sam said, I think Zani is my Wuwa's Jinyin, because I only summon on Jinyin in Genshin. Hey, you found your character. Mine's Brant. Oh gosh. Still, I am very excited for this. This is going to be great. But on the train of thought with Wuwa, we're going to go ahead and end stream here briefly. If you guys want to chill out and chat for a hot second while I switch things over, we're going to start doing some polls for Withering Waves. So everybody sit tight, go grab some water, go grab some popcorn, and we will be technically right back.